it's Piggy from the paper Bumblebee. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to make ephemera for my junk journal made just with stuff from home that you've got lying around. And I already started. I took a little tea baggie where the tea bag was in, and I turned it into a little pocket like so, and I only used this is from Fauna Flora page out of the book, and I just fussy cut out the little flower bushy thingy, and I used a tea bag. I will show you in a minute how I did this, and some threads from some leftover fabrics I've got, and a used postage stamp. And I also wanted to show you that I've already made from a kid's book. It's a big coin envelope, and I've got the little mousey on the front here, and you can embellish this further. So I'm just busy playing around, and I thought I'd put the camera on. So let's make another little baggie from the tea bag. So I used out of a pattern some of that paper, and I glued it on here on the tea bag so that it's got a nice background to work with, and it gives it a layer as well. And I already fussy cut some stuff out. There we go, what I'm gonna use. And oh, now everything's falling. I've got a postage stamp I wanted to use. And I'm going to play with those. And I've got here some used buttons. I might even use a little button. I might even try one here. No, don't know. So I'm going to firstly cover this little tea bag, the bag of a tea bag, with some of this paper from a pattern. I'm just using a glue stick. I'm sorry for the sniffles. There's a lot of stuff flying around here, and I've got terrible hay fever. Just want to put this on here nicely. I'm just going to cover the whole baggie, the back as well. Okay, there we go. And then you can cut this to size. Just wanna, or tear, whatever is easier. I think I'll try tearing. No. Doesn't tear right on the line, so I'm just gonna cut it. And then on the side, if you keep it to the light, you can see, but you know that. I'm just keeping it to the light, and then I can see where the tea bag is, and just fold down the flap. Then I took some coffee, still got my coffee, and a earbud, and I'm just going around the edges to, well, not ink it up, but coffee it up. I don't know what you want to call this, just so that it's like you haven't got ink to ink it up, so you use the coffee to coffee it up. I don't know. The back as well, and you can even do the whole thing if you. I did that with the other one, and I love that. Gives it a nice aged look. Doesn't matter for, I'm thinking of gluing this down, so, and this you can do the whole thing as well. I'm not going to do anything else for. I'm gonna stick some stuff on there first, so I'm just gonna dry this quickly. Here we go. So you can even sew around it. I'm just going to go for, I haven't got a sewing machine, but you can if you have a sewing machine, or you can even hand stitch it if you want to. So I'm going to take a piece of the tea bag again for my background. Then I've got some threads I've got left from tearing some fabrics. I'm going to use some of that, and you can leave it this color or you can coffee dye them, so that's nice on there. And then I'm going to go around with a coffee, or just the whole thing. Let me just, and coffee dyeing this. Okay, and then I've got the stamp as well. Turn that around. Okay, so now I'm just collaging on here. See how I want this. It's still a bit wet, so I thought maybe something like this. And then you can even put a little button on there if you want to. Not that one. Like so. I like the dark one. And then you've got a little cute pocket, and you can, if you've got lace or anything, you can put some lace on there as well. I'm just going to go for, I don't have any lace. So now I'm going to stick this down. So you take your glue, whatever you've got. You can even use your glue stick. Just putting this down. Some of the threads. And then I'm gluing down this little die, not a die cut, the cutout I made, ephemera piece, or the flower I cut out, I should say. Just putting that down. Postage stamp. And this little branch I've got. See how I want this. Just gonna put it down there. And then the little button. And there we go. Got two little cute little baggies we can use. I was planning on putting them maybe on a belly band, or you can just use them for ephemera, and we'll see what we can do with these. So these are the first two ephemera we made. So then we made, or I made, this cute little envelope. Just gonna coffee some edges here. And I was thinking of how can we make it. It's nice as is, but maybe we can, I think we're going to make a snippet roll. That's what I think. And we can put it on the side here. So let's take a piece of paper. So everybody's got just a white piece of copy paper, I presume, or just a strip of paper, whatever you've got. Just not too big, or not too wide. Let's see, what have we got to embellish this? We can start by just embellishing it with some coffee. So if there's any piece we don't cover, it's not stark white, and we just need a piece till about here. Okay, so now we have to use what we've got, and we've got some leftover fabric, so we can pull a piece of that. And I was thinking maybe it's cute to, this is fabrics I am going to use for the cover, and this is left over, and this was a piece of a duvet. Okay, so I've got a little flower here. I'm gonna put that on there. I even got some leaves, but I've also got some, just some die cuts from a book, and I might, this is quite big actually, don't want that too big. Maybe I can fussy cut this one. That's not that big. Just gonna fussy cut this quickly and then I'll be back. Okay, there we go. We've got the little fabric flower, and this is my fussy cut that I just did from the book page. You can use some of that threads you have left from the fabric that you tore. That is quite cute to use underneath there. And you can just use some paper scraps. So maybe of the pattern you've got some left over. Some wording, it's quite cute. Even got some of the pattern itself. So that's a special kind of tissue paper you can use as well. So you can just crumble it up and use it, see, underneath there, like so. So what you can do is just take your glue stick and glue this down so that it will stay for you to just play around. And then like so. And then this one underneath here. And this would be really nice if you've got a sewing machine, but you can also hand stitch it. Ah, it's stuck. Okay, this is what we've got so far. What else have we got? Glue. A postage stamp we can put on there. Just see on this. Glue down. So let's get a postage stamp on there. That is cute as well. Button, we've got some buttons. You can see what we can do with the buttons. So I got a nice little postage stamp I'm going to put on there. And then let's put on the buttons, but I'm going to do that later. I'm first going to hand stitch this and then glue on the buttons later. Okay, so what else can we put on the book page? Where did I put my book page? Let me just see. Underneath it all. Yeah. So I'm just going to take a piece of the book page. Love that. Go on there. Tracing paper. It's a bit like this, but still different. Just going to fold it like so, or maybe like so. Put that there. Okay. Can of course use the tea label. Let's use some tea bag. Piece of a tea bag. Yeah, that's a good one. So we've got the little piece of tea bag there, and now we are going to stitch that. I'm just going to get a needle and thread. So I got just some black thread from a sewing machine. I've got a sewing machine, but I'm not going to, just for the sake of this video. I'm going to sew this by hand. So let's make a little knot, just simple, easy, and start on the one side and make just normal stitches. There we go, we've got our little snippet roll, hand sewn. So now we can put that on the side here, or here. So let's glue that on. Want to have a look that it's nice and straight. You don't have to see, so that you don't see the piece of paper on the back. And here we've got our embellished little coin envelope, big one, but fine. So there we go. So let's make another one. And you've got your coin envelope. There we go. So we can embellish this some more if you want to. I'm just going to go, we can do that later and show you some more stuff we can do. So we've got coins and we have the little pockets. What else we got? So I thought maybe we could make a belly band. So this is also a kid's page from a kid's book. So let's tear it down here. So we've got 3 little mice and I want to use them all. So I'm going to tear this guy like so. So I've got that little guy. Now I just want the height of my book. So I'm just going to take some pages and have a look. So I want this guy. So what we can tear off. Just want to have a look if I... just above those words and underneath those words, I think that will be fine. If it's necessary, we can also always cut off some more. So we're gonna tear top here. So measure your page. So we've got this, and this is quite wide. So what we can do now, or what I wanted to do, is use these as well. So I'm just going to tear around these little ones. I don't like the straight edge here. And just use them on here as well. That's the one. And then we've got the other one here. Just going to tear this quickly. There we go. So now we've got the 3 little mice on top of each other. So like so, but then I'm not too happy. I'm seeing the buttons there and I wanted to put them on here as well. Sorry guys, I'm just going back to this quickly. And I'm just going to glue on some buttons here. There we go. I'm happy. Got the little buttons on here as well. Okay, so back to this one. So I want to put something else underneath. First I will coffee dye these around the edges. Well, I don't like the white edges. Okay, so I want to layer these. So I want to glue these on book pages. Just another page quickly. And tear around these quickly. just want some scribbles showing, or some text actually, scribbles. Just making some easy ephemera for you guys to play with at home with the stuff you've got. Don't buy anything, or you don't have to buy anything to make a junk journal. So here we go. Got these two, and now I'm going to go around them with coffee again. There we go. Just going to dry these quickly. Okay, so I thought it might be fun to back this one up with some... Oh, look at the little face! With some... maybe just the top and the bottom. I'm just going to take that off the glue. So glue on the top and the bottom. And why did I take it off? So now you can tuck something in there as well. So I'm just going to tear around this as well. Just want to show a little bit of the book page. I love that. And this can just go off. Tear that off. There we go. And now we can also put some coffee around this. There we go. Then I wanted to put these on here, but I wanted to put something else underneath them. So I'm just going to try these pages, or maybe I should just take the plain one and have a play with that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So I'm going to stick that on there. I'm just going to tear a bit around this. So we've got some layers on there, and I love that. I'm going to do the same with this guy. Okay, there we go. So now we can stick this on here. If I've got some glue. Put this guy down here. And this guy on the top here. Just gonna have a look that the glue is not sticking out. Nope. So we've got this pretty little belly band with loads of layers with stuff you have in the house. So let's get this a bit up. We've used a book page, a kid's book page, just a normal book page, and some packaging from a shoebox or some tracing paper from a pattern, whatever. So we've got this little belly band. Okay, now you say, okay, I want some journaling cards. So let's see, I have been checking my books, and in the Fauna Flora books I have these gorgeous flowers, and they are, look at these, oh my goodness, now I have to choose. I don't want to choose. Oh wow, it's very difficult. Okay, so what I'm going to do is tear. I like tearing, it's quick, it's easy, and I love how it looks around these boxes. You can leave the black line or you can tear the black line so that it just inside, so that you don't have the black line. That's what I'm doing now. Mostly also because I wanted to keep this intact, although I love this one as well. But just let's make this colorful. So let's tear this one as well. Then the last one. There we go. So now you've got these squares, and now all you have to do is back them up with just some white copy paper or white coffee paper that you have coffee dyed. You can even use, okay, this has got a coffee stain on it, but okay, you can use, if you've got coffee filters, and I think I will be doing that with these, just to show, just have a look, this is not big enough, that, okay, start that again. So we take one without the coffee stains, and don't tear them apart, just tear halfway like so. Then you've got a bigger piece to work with. So let's glue this down. Now you've got this on this coffee filter, and then you just tear around it again. Preferably you have to wait till it's dry. This is not going so well because it's still too wet. Okay, so now I've got that corner, so I'm just gonna cover that corner quickly. This was on here somewhere. I'm just gonna take this glue stick. So glue it on, or just use your glue stick, then it won't tear like that, I think. So now I've got this layer, that's cute. Okay, so now you've got your journaling card. Cut that off. So you can even make this into a little tag. Just cut the corners. Seriously need another scissors. Like so. And then same on the other side. So now you've got a tag. And you can even take some of that paper from the pattern. And I think I'm loving it, and I think I'm going to do that. And just see how much I need, like so. And I'm going to glue that on top. Now, ideally you just sew this on here, but I think I'm going to try and glue this on and see how that goes. So you take your glue stick and glue the whole thing. Please try and not forget any corner or anything, and then you can glue this on there. think that's quite cool. And then you just cut the excess. You've got this really cool tag, or if you left it a journaling card, a real cool journaling card. And then again you can go around it with coffee. And then you can put a topper on. Oh, just have to close my glue quickly. So I've got that leftover fabrics, and I can just take a piece of fabric and make a little topper. So you can punch a hole, make a hole, or you can just, this is too long, something like this. Yeah. So let's just staple this. I assume everybody's got a stapler. Even more texture. There we go. And then what I would love to do is, I'm just giving you a lot of options with a little bit of not too many ephemera pieces, for we have my videos going to get too long. So this is, you can make a tag or a journaling card. Then we've got the little belly band. We've got the coin envelopes. We've got the snippet roll. We embellished the little envelope with it, but you can use it in your book page, on the side of your book page. We made these little pockets. You can make these into, I'm just thinking now, on your belly band. That would be cute. Or you can make a hidden paper clip. I think I'm going to make these into hidden paper clips. Would like to do that. But I wanted to show you, I want to make some marks on here, and I want to stamp. And I know not everybody's got stamps. So what you can do, you take some corrugated cardboard, you take your coffee, and you just go over it like so, and then you can just stamp on it like so, and maybe again, and you will get, look at these cool markings. You get like a little checkered stamp effect. Now it's not really dark. You have to make your coffee darker to get a real nice print. I'm just showing you quickly. My coffee is downstairs, so I'm not going to go downstairs especially for the coffee to make it darker, but I love this. It's not that dark. So here are just a few of the thingies you can make with stuff you've got at home. You don't have to buy anything. So I hope you like this series. Give it a thumbs up if you do, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.